My experiences with CUFI on campus is you'll have those people who go, well, CUFI on campus is anti-Palestinian, it's anti-Arab, it's anti-Muslim. Like, let's address that elephant in the room. Like, how do you respond to those claims?
It's not true. To be pro-Israel is to be pro-Palestinian, because the Israeli people are the ones who are bringing medical aid to the Palestinians. They're the ones who are trying to bring peace to the region.
Jessica, thank you for joining us on the CUFI Weekly.
Pleasure to be here.
So what have been the challenges that CUFI on campus has faced over the last few years with COVID, with anti-Semitism leaking into popular culture, and also just the explosion of anti-Semitism on social media? What have those challenges been like, and how have you confronted those?
Well, you look at the studies, and anti-Semitism spiked during COVID, during the shutdown.
Yeah.
People were at home. You know, people are really bold in their basement when they're at their keypad.
Right.
And you see these new platforms emerging like TikTok, and the anti-Semitism there was intense, especially with the Israel-Gaza war. The hate there represented on TikTok, which is where Gen Z is setting up camp, was very vocal. We were, at that point, CUFI campus was the only educational voice about what was going on TikTok, and we tried to push back against the hate.
How do you see the year ahead on campus? I mean, you know, we're talking about the current situation with Kanye West and all this emboldening of anti-Semitism, where we're reading stories about Jewish students being either physically or verbally attacked. There was an article I read a few days ago talking about the stress that it's causing to Jewish students, the heightened anti-Semitism. How do Christian students make a difference in that?
The fact that Christian Zionists exist in and of itself make us a zebra in the room. When you are at divestment hearings, which are designed to slander Israel, and a Christian student steps up, they're oftentimes the only non-Jewish students in the room who care. So I think the fact that we exist is making a big, bold statement. Even when you have a CUFI on campus chapter officially established, and it's on the roster of campus organizations, it makes a statement to the other officially established chapters on that school who are anti-Israel that the Jewish people are not alone. There's someone here with them now.
My experiences with CUFI on campus is you'll have those people who go, well, CUFI on campus is anti-Palestinian, it's anti-Arab, it's anti-Muslim. Like, let's address that elephant in the room. Like, how do you respond to those claims?
It's not true. To be pro-Israel is to be pro-Palestinian, because the Israeli people are the ones who are bringing medical aid to the Palestinians. They're the ones who are trying to bring peace to the region. There are so many ways in which supporting Israel supports a healthy, safe environment for the future of the Palestinian people. You know, we at CUFI, we talk about this all the time. We care more about the Palestinian children than Palestinian leadership, because we identify and recognize they're being brainwashed. These are intelligent, smart, talented kids who are being told, throw your life away for hate. And in the fact that you support Israel and someone tries to shut you down by saying, well, if you say you support Israel, that means you hate X, Y, Z. That's a way to control the narrative. And when we approach our students and we let them know, you don't have to let anyone define you. We're Christians. We understand that God loves the whole world. God has a special plan for the Jewish people, and because of this, they suffer persecution. So we are speaking out for Israel. You can't rocket people simply because of their ethnicity.
Right.
They have a right to defend themselves. But we're also speaking out for the Palestinian people who suffer their leadership gorging themselves on international aid and not building schools or hospitals and using children as human shields. So I feel that to be pro-Israel in CUFI is to be the actual most pro-Palestinian people in the world. It's us.
That's incredible. So the final question, if somebody is watching this and they have high school age children, college age children in their life, why do they need to connect with CUFI on campus, and why do they need to send their young ones to get involved?
Right now, if you look at the most recent research on what Gen Z values, they value moral relativism more than any other generation before them, which means you get to pick your truth. You get to pick right and wrong. And with what we're facing on campus right now, if we present the truth about the Israel narrative and what are lies about the Israel narrative, it's no longer pick one. It's let me convince you truth exists.
Right.
And when our students are able to back up their support for Israel with facts, with history, with evidence, with Israel's humanitarian aid, it emboldens them on so many other levels, and it's a level up everywhere else in their life.
That's awesome. Well, Jessica, thank you so much for taking some time out to sit down and speak with us. Amazing work that CUFI and campus do, and people are having a riot behind us. So, thank you.
Thank you, Kasim.
Thanks for checking out this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe so you get a notification every time a new episode hits. And if you want to check out some of our previous episodes, and we've got some really good ones, click on one of the thumbnails and that will take you right there. And finally, if you want to know more about CUFI and the work we do, go to cufi.org to check out all the resources we have available free to you.